2 years ago today, I quite literally messed up my life. I know for a fact it was bad because I had 2 jobs, absolutely no money, and on top of that, I got kicked out of school and I almost got kicked out of my own house. Like, real talk, it was bad. And in that moment, I thought, damn, like, yo, I wish I could lock in. Yo, it was so bad, bro. It was so bad. Now listen, let me tell you something.
To be locked in or not to be locked in, that is the question. It's obvious in this generation that locking in has become one of our staples of existence. For some folks, locking in has quite literally become a rite of passage. It seems to be like a way out, a way for folks to escape this monotonous lifestyle of going to work and waking up doing the same things over and over again. To be locked in seems to be just a state of mind, accompanied with many actions and a process of reaching your end goal. But what does this actually look like, and why does everybody and their mother want to be locked in?
Like, working 2 jobs and doing school at the same time was an insane idea. I don't know why I was thinking that way. Like, it was really bad. Bro, imagine, right? Every single person in your age range is enjoying life, getting to know, like, themselves in every type, way, shape, or form, and even going on their first solo holidays. I'm at work every single day from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on top of that, bro, I'm having like rocks in my shoes and cuts all over my feet. Bro, I could barely walk one day. Bro, I came back from the factory one time and I had to wrap up my hand because it got jammed in the machine. I almost lost my hand.
It's clear in this generation that we have a problem when it comes to locking in. Not only does it take a very long time to actually lock in, but on top of that, a lot of people aren't actually willing to lock in. Realistically speaking, most people can't even be consistent about something for more than 5 days. And on top of that, if they don't see any changes or results in their situation, they're quite literally going to quit. And it really doesn't help that there's so much noise when it comes to the idea of locking in, to the point that there's not really anyone who's really given that true advice as to what locking in really looks like. They're always telling you to read a specific book or wake up at 5 a.m. and start doing a run and go to the gym and fight and do certain things that they did in their lives, which apparently is going to make you lock in and do better. Mind y'all, all these things are coupled in the time span of 75 days with a bunch of vague quotes by a group of people who really just want your money. And it's kind of weird to see it because Gen Z is the most health conscious generation. And we've got so many people trying to talk in our ears about what's the best way to lock in and get healthy and do what we want to achieve and how to start our businesses. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to steal. It just seems that our yearning for a better lifestyle has been commoditized by a group of people who just want money.
Man, I tried that reading shit before, bro. I really tried reading, bro. It seemed like such a cool idea. Yo, maybe I should start reading these like really deep and detailed books about self-improvement and self-betterment and whatnot. And I thought, yo, this seems cool, right? I read every single thing and I came out with absolutely nothing different. Just a lot more knowledge about how to clean my ass better, bro. Like, I legitimately hated reading books because of that shit. And it's a part of the locking in process. Like, you're gonna do stuff that, like, you know, you're probably not gonna gain anything from, you know, because you're obviously just picking up and learning different things and other things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, reading was the worst part. I freaking hate books, bro. I hate reading. I'm not illiterate or nothing, but it's still like, I hate reading, bro. My ass decided to read books and I came out with less information than I thought. I learned more from talking to people than I did reading a book. That's what I came out with. That talking to people has always been, and I'm not just talking about like talking to people normally. I'm saying like going out of your way, asking questions from people who are older than you, people who are their age mates, younger than you, because you're gonna learn something from everyone that you meet.
In all honesty, locking in is a process, and to be honest, a lot of people don't know how to deal with that. It's legitimately a long-term thing, and sometimes the grind hasn't stopped. I know in my own personal life that I've been locked in for damn near 2 years, and I know for a fact that there's moments in time where you just want to quit and stop doing whatever you're doing and go back to just living the type of lifestyle that you was living. When you're locked, it seems that everything you were doing prior before seems so much easier. You weren't as conscious, you didn't have to do as much as you're doing now, and life just seemed so much more comfortable back then. I remember there was days where I used to wake up, play the game, and then get ready for work. And this was the same process damn near every single day I just didn't have school. And it was even worse on the days that I actually had to go to university, because I would legitimately finish my classes, go all the way back home, and then just play video games. There was legitimately no motivation, no goals, no anything going on in my mind. I would just wake up and do what I needed to do and then just sleep. It's crazy to say, but it took my life blowing up in my face for me to realize that I needed to lock in on everything. I needed a goal. I needed something to do. My soul was tired just sitting sitting at home waiting for the next dopamine hit. I needed a purpose. The art of locking in is understanding it is a long-term commitment. It's something that's going to take you a very long time to do, a very long time to see the results, and a very long time to at least execute. When you're locked in, you know for a fact that you're always going to hit a wall, you're always going to make mistakes. But to be truly locked in means that you're going to understand that these are going to happen and you're going to work your way through it. Being locked in forces you to understand yourself, understand the things around you, and focus on what you truly want as your purpose or your goal. You're really not just finding a means to an end, but you're going through a whole process of self-discovery. You're learning more about yourself while you're focusing on your purpose. And because of this, your goals will ultimately come together. And the craziest part about it is that there's so much noise to the point that you really have to learn to just ignore it. You're supposed to be living out your own purpose, your own goal, not somebody else's. And I'm not saying you should ignore coaching or teachers or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But all I'm saying is that you're meant to really go out of your way and focus on your goals. Surround yourself with things that align with your goals. Don't be consuming just everything. You become the sum of the 3 things and the 3 people that you hang out with the most. Like I've said many times in many different videos, a lot of this process involves shadow work. You've got to learn a lot about yourself, work on the things that need to be improved, and on top of that, have that goal and that purpose that seems so unobtainable, but you just want to reach for it so bad to the point that you're just delusional. But what do I know? I'm just a YouTuber who's been posting videos for almost 2 years now.
But that's not to say that you guys shouldn't be locked in. I want you guys to lock in. I hope you guys can stay locked in, because at the same time, whatever goals you're willing to commit and you're willing to achieve, I hope y'all are able to achieve that, because I know for a fact that once you put in the time and effort to do it, it's gonna happen. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. God bless and have a nice day.